Hey everyone, Caront here, welcoming you back to Wild Arms. In the last episode, we finished up the Volcannon Trap and beat up both Zed and Belselk, only to find that Belselk was destroyed by the newest of the Quarter Knights, Boomerang, and his doggy Lucide. Now, we left off at Rosetta Town, and first thing I want to do before I do anything else is go ahead and upgrade that new arm we picked up, which was the rocket launcher. Don't worry, I shall rest momentarily, but first, let's upgrade this sucker. Because we have a pretty good amount of money here, and as I mentioned in the last episode, this is an arm you want to upgrade as soon as you can, so definitely lean on it. So, alright, go ahead and start basically applying money here, and in essence answering the call. So, and you notice, within the first upgrade actually, especially within 2 or 3, it's already much more powerful than the hand cannon could basically ever dream of being, really. So, definitely not money that is wasted in any respect. And a big part of the reason for that is, like it mentioned in the description, you are able to use it in a group, but you can also use it in a single instance as well, especially against bosses. And as you'll find if you use it, this rocket launcher is just as effective against groups as it is against single enemies. So you definitely, whoops, not what I wanted to do. There we go. Okay, so I think that's enough because this is going to be, very expensive. I don't really want to do that just yet, and I think I'm good for now. Okay, so that's pretty much the rocket launcher upgraded. So I will go ahead and refill everything. Yes, give me ammunition, please. And then we'll go ahead and rest up, and we can head out to our next destination. Now, where might we be going, pray tell? Well, if you'll recall, I mentioned earlier about a dungeon called Tripillar. Now that is our next destination, because if we take a look at our inventory, we now have the red malice right here. And of course it's talking about a giant, and we've already heard about Giant's Cradle. The other item we have to look for is the blue virtue, and it is sitting within the briny depths of Tripillar. So let's head up there and run straight to the ship. Now, where, pray tell, might Tripillar be? Well, you see us, we're the blinking red dot on the map. We're gonna have to go a bit to the southeast before we can really get much of anywhere close to it. So let's go ahead and head down there and run into a bunch of sirens. A couple of applications of Jack's attacks did it well. Now you notice, we've got a town right here. That is Port Timney. Keep that in mind, we'll probably need to go back by there in a moment, or in a little bit at least. But for now, let's go ahead and sail east and make our way, southeast, down here. Now, you head over here, and we run into our old friends, the ballotfish and the hermit crab. Now this is Tripillar, but I don't want to go there just yet because there's a bottle up here with a crest graph. Whee! So, alright, now we can head down here and go into Tripillar. Alright, so go ahead and read the tablet here. There are 3 roads. Cooperation and trust will bind them into one. I think this is showing us how to climb the tower. This must mean each of us has to go up separately in order to reach the top. I know it sounds dangerous, but we must separate from here on. Great. So, yes, we get to climb this tower individually. Now, I will mention one of my viewers, KPA, mentioned that there was a way to try to limit the random encounters when you're in a split situation like this. In essence, go a few steps with a character and then switch to a separate character aside, and then you can continue on and it resets the random encounter rate. So I'll see about trying that out to some degree after we get the enemies taken care of here. So I will admit, I actually sort of had a failed recording this earlier because when I went in here, I took the wrong paths. And once you take the path, you cannot go back. So I sort of had to do this again. So I'm making sure this time, had to pull up an FAQ to do it, but I'm making sure that I'm getting this right this time, darn it. And it looks like Jack is going to be taking the west transport, so let's go ahead and head up with him. Now there's not really much variety in the floor plan of this place. You're gonna see the same looking floors for pretty much everybody. So just head up and grab treasure. There we go. Okay, I had a couple of Frolosses there, which we've already seen them, so no need to show that again. Just head up here, and I'm going to mosey on a little bit in this direction, and then I'm going to switch off to Rudy. Alright, and Rudy is going to be taking the east route. So let's go ahead and head over this way and get to it. Now, fortunately, this dungeon is not overly long, it's just a little complicated is all, really. Ouch. Alrighty. So, go ahead and head up here, and I'm going to switch in Cecilia so that we can start her moving, and basically continue accordingly. She's going to be taking the north exit, entrance, war thingy here. I may end up seeing about doing some more battles with her, because she needs the experience a little bit more than they do, so let me go ahead and grab her treasure here. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and head up to the next floor, where I find another Frolos. Yay! So I'll go ahead and head up here, and you've got to dash around. For each of these levels, you notice you've got paths that you either have to take or are kind of red herrings. Let me go ahead and switch back to Rudy, so we can get him up to the second floor here. And we can start navigating the paths with him too. Alright, so... okay, that's a red herring there. And a couple more Frolosses. Yay! So, move on through here, and I think we do have to take this path. Maybe, possibly. No, we don't. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and switch to Jack then. Keep the random encounters down here. And go... ow, run into stuff. Now, you notice that statue over there. It is definitely in your interest to talk to the two. I can hear it in my head. The essence of chivalry is the ultimate challenge for a swordsman. You shall master the art of the fast draw. Okay. This chunky statue awaits my challenge. So, do you want to do it? Absolutely! And we get to fight a bunch of critters. So basically all you really need to do there is just go for the Sonic Buster, and you should be in decent shape. Especially since these critters have been beaten a long time ago, and they go down like little papers. But you get the experience, and as it turns out, you're not done. The lesson continues. Warrior, you are not permitted to rest until you've mastered the draw. Okay. So next up we have two critters. I'm not even really going to use a Sonic Vision or a... dang it, I may end up using a group attack on them. Or not. Okay, that hit. Good. So, not really a big deal there. Or, whatever. Oh, these things are too darn agile. Alright, Meteor Dive, you're up. Since you basically can't miss. Or, you can just hit him with counterattack. There we go, that works too. Alright, I think we've got one critter left for this last one. No resting is allowed if you want to be the best warrior. Use your sword to hold yourself up. Okay. So one last trial of sorts here. And yeah, it's one. So I'm actually going to use Psycho Crack since we hadn't used that in a while. And whack him upside the head, swordifically speaking. And we are done. So we have survived the not very onerous trial of learning the fast draw. You have learned to control your fears well. You have learned the ancient secret. The victory is in your hands. Fast draw! Yay! So we'll work on learning that one. But let me head upstairs here, and then I'm going to switch over to Cecilia, I think. Yeah, let's switch over to Cecilia. Get her running around a little bit more here. Okay, and let's see. Ah, crap. I keep falling for these red herrings. Hey, new enemy, the Geldum. Now, fortunately, Cecilia, this is right up Cecilia's wheelhouse because fire is the Geldum's weakness, and we can just shoot it straight at him, and, well, he's pretty much down for the count, as we will see. Ta-ta! See you later. So, not bad. Pretty easy experience there. And we get to continue on. So, let's see what awaits us on Cecilia's third floor here. Although it's, like I said, pretty much all the same. Alright. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and switch to Rudy at this point to guide him up to his third floor, since I got caught with the red herring on him too. And then dash around here, and oh, we gotta do some navigating, it appears. And we have another new enemy here, the Gremlin. Now, the Fraulos, of course, we've already dealt with, so let's go ahead and take him out first, as the Gremlin promptly hits me with D-Protect. Boo! Boo! Definitely all the more reason to take the Fraulos out now, because with a little bit of help, he can hit pretty hard. Now, turns out the Gremlin can kind of hit hard too, as, well, there you go. Not terribly hard though, and it does help that Rudy is basically your defender in this whole thing. So, yay, there we go. So, not too bad. Oh, a little difficult, but not really anything to exactly go crying about here. And, doggone it. Alright, this way! And I will switch actually to Jack, so that we can get him rolling around on this little floor area here. Sir, I think one of these may have a treasure chest on them. I'm not really sure which, though. We may find out in a moment. Okay, we had a couple of Frauloses and a level up for Jack, so yay him, I guess. Just head upstairs here, and we have more floors, so I will switch over to Cecilia, see if we can get her over to the other side here. And then I think this is not a red herring. Ooh, okay. Go over here, I guess. And yeah. Alright, I had a Fraulos awaiting Cecilia, so it kind of winded her a little bit, although not too bad. Go ahead and head up here and roll around with her a little bit more, so that we can dodge obstacles. Ow. Yay! Alrighty, Cecilia ended up fighting off a gremlin in that one. And go down here, and you notice we have this blue button here. Now, what we need to do at this point is go ahead and actually, let me hit the button here, and then switch to Jack, and I will lead him around this floor. And you notice we're actually right there, but let's go ahead and hit the button here as well. So there we go, we've got that, and now go ahead and move to Rudy, and we should be pretty close to getting him taken care of on this as well. Well, we go to another floor, and then we'll hopefully have him taken care of. But I'll probably end up having to fight a battle or two, maybe. No, there we go. Okay, so go ahead and hit the buttons here, and they do a grand total of nothing. But at the very least, we got everybody in place. So I'm going to go ahead and switch back to Cecilia, and then end up moving her through so that we can take care of all that. Alright, so move her this way, and you notice a treasure chest here, so I will gallivant around and go the wrong way, and then back around this way so we can pick it up. And, alright, we have a magic carrot, nice. Alrighty, we had a Geldum there and a level up for Cecilia, which is always fun. Now we move over here, and we see a save point, which is nice, and three messages here. Behind this doors lies a benevolent stone giant, as my reading skills fail me. Deep inside the ground, the stone giant waits for the blue heart, which is what we're searching for. Then we have the blue doors will open when the three lights merge, which is what we're going for. And then finally, we hit a switch, and then we come to this one. The golden beast holds the song of the blue heart. Alright, so I won't save just yet, because we still got a little bit to go here. Alright, we've got treasure, which is always nice. Let's see, what do we have here? Okay, potion berry, and then the switch, of course, over here to open things up. Okay, we had a fiend for Cecilia, so we've actually got a little more experience, but not too much, and not too rough either. Alright, actually, I'm going to go ahead and switch to Rudy, because I haven't really caught any of the other companions in a bit. Just head through here, And we go through this door, I believe. Yes, and we've got a treasure for him, too. Let's see what we have. Alright, bullet clip. And do we head through this way? Yeah, there we go. Alright. Okay, we've got yet another new enemy, the Raid Buster. And boy, those things look a little intimidating. Hopefully they won't be too hard. Go ahead and charge after these guys, though. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, Rudy's got the defense to handle that, sorta. And a critical hit, that's nice. So, yeah, shouldn't be too bad if I can get these guys down quickly enough. We should be able to deal with it okay. Or if Rudy evades encounters, that makes it even better. Alright, so that should be death to Raid Buster. Oh, well, I thought it was. Never mind. This should be death to Raid Buster. There we go. Or not. Okay, I guess that critical hit did more help than I figured it would. Alright, now is death to Raid Buster. Yeah, there we go. Third time's a charm on that, I guess. And that's, wow, a lot of experience. Ooh, I didn't think it was going to be quite that much. Okay, so that's pretty much that. I will go ahead, move over here, grab a treasure, and hit a switch. And it's Jack time. Alright, now I think we hit the right door for him. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And we get to grapple over to actually use his tools a little bit. Now, I will mention, if you had actually chosen the wrong routes for the characters, you could switch them at that blue point, I think, but we didn't really need to, so no big deal. Alrighty, I had a couple of Raid Busters for Jack there, and we learned his fast draw, the Divide Shot, which cuts the enemy's current hit points in half. So, you know, pretty useful, unless you're fighting a boss and then it does you no good. But, still pretty useful nonetheless. Crap, can't jump off there. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to head up here, and then I'm going to switch back to Rudy, I think. Yeah, let's switch back to Rudy. Okay. So, we have him at the switch here. And then let's head upstairs. We should be getting close to the end of this thing, I think. Because we've only just got maybe about a floor or two left. Alright. Okay, I had another couple of Raid Busters for Rudy and to level up. And I almost got him down to really low health. So, definitely not a good thing to have going on. Alright, so hit the switch, and then we've got to charge back here. I'll go ahead and swap to Cecilia, just to reset the rates a little bit here. Alright, and need to move her around to hit Yon switch. So, just go ahead and move down here. And I think that should about take care of it with her. Because once we get upstairs here, I think we'll be at the terminus point for her. Okay, we had a Geldum there, so not a whole lot to write home about. But go upstairs here, and we are indeed done with her. Once that lights up, switch to another character, and move on. Alright, let's see if we can find a switch for Jack. Of course, good news for him, I guess, is he can just run around, hit switch, run back around, and not have to worry about... Okay, I had 3 Raid Busters on that one, so things got a little hairy for Jack after a bit. But fortunately, he's still up and at him, so let's just go ahead and move on. And we've got one more floor for him, so I think after I get Handpan across here to hit switch, there we go, I will switch, to Rudy, so that we can finish him up. Okie dokie, so Rudy, come on, let's go ahead and head up, not that, head upstairs here. And we've got one more switch for you, too. Great, yay. There we go, back to Jack. And we can get him upstairs to get him to his terminus point, which is, there we go, right there. So we've got that, and then we'll head to Rudy and get him to his. Alright, so looks like everybody is taken care of. And once everybody gets to that terminus point, you're magically warped back to the beginning, and the doors open. Now, I will mention, once you step into those doors, you have a boss fight on your hands, so you might want to prepare. And actually, next time on Wild Arms, we will fight that boss, but off camera, I'm going to dash back to Port Timney and heal us up before we fight that boss. So, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see y'all later.